gorillas! How tough are liberal men?
Like strength-wise or mentally?
Not so tough.
Are liberal men tough?
No, but they're noisy.
Are liberal men tough? You're pondering this. Can 100 liberal men defeat one gorilla? Can 100 liberal men defeat one enraged silverback gorilla, unarmed?
No.
Not a chance! 8 foot, 6 inch wingspan, 500 pounds, and enraged! Think hard, it's a liberal town, you don't want to offend anyone. What about you? Do they have a chance?
Probably not. I don't believe so, no.
You say no?
No.
Really, why not?
Have you watched a nature documentary?
They have.
They're very strong.
Liberal men?
No, girls. Shit, I don't know. That's kind of hard.
Who would you put money on, my dear?
The gorilla.
Yeah.
A big, like a group of people who are very diverse to get the gorilla, you know?
That's liberal men, isn't it?
I don't know. They kind of all have like a similar vibe.
You think they have it in them?
I thought they have a minute. They're gonna whip down or without them hunting.
Whoa. They've got enough pent-up rage for having lost the election, you think? They're just angry as hell?
Everybody's angry, right?
What would the prep be for that 100 liberal men? Would they hold a 3-hour diversity seminar to ensure the feelings of the gorilla before they try to kill him? Would you start off with a land acknowledgement before trying to beat the gorilla to death? You standing on Piscataway land. Now die!
They'd probably pray a little bit.
Pray? Liberals would pray? Aren't they a godless people?
They could pray to whatever higher power.
The government. Now, if you were leading these liberal men, I'm assuming you're liberal.
Oh no, I'm dead.
What would your strategy be if you were head of this troop of 100 men?
My strategy is to go last. That's my strategy.
Some leader.
Not fighting a gorilla.
You have to, sir. Some of you got to make a sacrifice. You got to trip up the gorilla. Like 3 of you grab an arm, one get your face bitten off. You might even get your glasses broken.
Well, some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
How would you lead your forces?
You know, I would try to find someone there with a background and dealing with an enraged gorilla.
Well, maybe someone has a wife or something. I don't know. What would your strategy be if you were commanding these men? Would you say, look, if you live, I'll go on a date with you?
They would just do it for me because pretty much everyone worships me.
I don't think you can find 100 sane men to find a gorilla.
The answer would be the same for no matter what group of men.
All men are the same. Got it. Okay.
Absolutely not. I've had this discussion many times.
Oh, an expert! Why aren't they strong enough, sir?
Almost half of us are obese now, right? And then especially, you know, if you...
Speak for yourself, you skinny bitch! What about 100 conservative men? Would they fare better?
Oh, I think they'd lose significantly
They would
worse.
lose. What about 100 conservative men?
They're tougher.
They're ornery. Physical strength, aren't they up to par?
I think they think they're up to par.
They got anger issues. Some of them might have airsoft guns.
No guns. That's not fair against Harambe.
And a lot of them, just like me, are keyboard warriors. They might be able to talk shit, but would they be able to dish it out is the question.
Conservative men, how would they do against a gorilla?
If I just walk past them.
They would still win, some heft on them.
That heft is all beer bellies, sir.
That's very true, but they could just sit on the gorilla.
What about 100 Florida men? You want to date a Florida puppet?
Why not?
Oh, that's pretty good. Florida is the skin tag of America, though. You got to be kind of selective with the mates you choose. What about 100 Florida men? Come on, you got to give it to them.
I think they would win.
Florida men would definitely take the gorilla. I'm from Miami.
Oh, thank God you didn't say Jacksonville. I hate Jackshole so much. They got a lot of rage.
Yeah.
You know, they dropped out of 8th grade and all.
Are they armed?
No, the first one to charge in is not going to be armed because that silverback gorilla is just going to...
Look, I'm from Australia and I don't know anything about U.S. men.
Florida men are just like Australia men. They eat alligator balls for breakfast. Now we're going to pause for a moment to ask you bitches to slap that subscribe button. Slap it. Back to the show. What about 100 Michelle Obamas? Would they have a chance?
Yes.
Any man can do it? Or what about 100 Michelle Obamas?
I think they would win with grace.
They have to kill this gorilla. You can't do that gracefully.
I think they would tame the gorilla.
No, this is Michelle Obama. She can rip your arms right out of your sockets.
Honestly, she's a very strong person.
Michelle Obama is so smart and she's a great team worker. Like, I've read her book. Great, Becoming?
Michelle.
Yeah, exactly.
What is she becoming?
I'm transitioning.
What about 100 DC carjackers, armed only with their fists and the N-word? Could they defeat the gorilla?
Yikes, but that could maybe work.
I don't think that's the question I want to answer.
I think that's all they need.
Believe me, there's at least 100.
There's definitely a lot more than 100.
The average age of a DC carjacker is
It's
12.
12. Then I think that the gorilla would take them. Those poor little kids, yeah.
I think of it as like 3 kids in a trench coat type behavior. Like if they stack on top of each other.
More like 3 kids in a submachine gun.
Age 12?
Yeah, would they stand a chance? Without weapons.
Maybe.
Now you keep looking at your friend. You need to look at the puppet. Woman.
She knows a lot more than I do.
I am not talking to
knows
your friend.
all this
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Look at the puppet. What about 100 theater kids, sir? They're not notorious for being masculine. 100 male, quote unquote, theater kids. How would they fare? What chance do they have?
No chance.
Hell no.
No.
They want.
They're gonna give them a noogie? Ah! The gorilla is gonna kill them one by one, sir. Don't you care about the theater?
They would definitely win.
They can't sing it to death, woman.
I think they would do a little bit better, to be perfectly honest. I wouldn't mess with theater kids. Yeah.
They got a lot of rage from being stuffed in lockers in high school.
100 theater kids?
Yeah.
No. Not gonna
Not a
happen.
chance. What's the worst thing you've seen a theater kid do besides sing?
I don't think I can say it here.
Okay. Oh, wait. Get butt f***ed by a gorilla? All right, would 100 of you defeat a gorilla?
Yeah.
You just give the death stare, honey. I can tell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give me the death stare. Ugh. Can we have 98 liberal men and 2 psychotic blondes to defeat this gorilla?
We don't need the men, it's just us. I'm a bit of my hater of men era right now. It will only take like 20 of me, probably.
Zoe is full of falsehoods and
I like to lie.
What about 100 men randomly plucked from a pride parade? Some are really buff, they work out a lot. Some are kind of tweaking, kind of I ain't gonna count them out. Have you seen those guys lift weights?
Yes.
They have potential for sure.
100 New York gays.
I think they're tough enough.
Yeah, with the meth addiction countervene their ability to fight. I've known a lot of crystal meth gays.
See, I'm thinking of the BDSM types, and I'm thinking, ooh, they'd put up a huge fight.
This is such an interesting suggestion, I'll allow it. They are allowed to go into battle wearing full bondage gear, maybe even bring like a harness or something.
Well, I'm telling you, the gorilla would be sexually confused by the end at least.
Will they have that gorilla restrained and be riding him around like a chariot in no time?
I hope so, and it'll look great for the DC Pride Parade.
I would pay good money to see this. What did you do to your straw? You broke it in 2!
No, I broke.
Just like you did your men! Harambe, rest in peace, baby.
Oh.
Can we have a moment of silence for Harambe? Rest in peace, bitch. Harambe did nothing wrong!
No, I don't even know what happens. How did he die?
I don't f***ing know, woman. We're asking about men, baby. Men. I know
Is this going on the internet?
Oh, no, it's going in my mom's house. Do you need a selfie before we go?
Who do I tag?
Hey, I don't know. Your mom? You both are hot specimens on behalf of all red-blooded American males and blue ones. I appreciate your presence here on this dreary day. Stop giving me the eyeball, sir. Woman, leave him. Be with me. You can do better. Hey you! Did you like my content? The best way to support me is to become a channel member. You'll see my episodes days earlier, get exclusive content, and more. Details and a link are in the description section of this video. Do it now. I might even show you what's in my puppet hole. Ooh.